Who cares? Who cares? Some have been in rehab, some haven't. I never quite got Baywatch at all. People running up and down the beach. Pamela Anderson, who used to look glamorous, now just looks a bit ancient. She's 48. 48. Lives in a trailer park. Hence, oh, doesn't matter. Anyway, so she did appear on Dancing on Ice. She was the first one to get the boot. And then she made that sex tape with Tommy Lee, which they were talking about it on the television on some program the other day, because it became the genre for lots of famous people, like Pamela Anderson, to make sex tapes. I think Paris Hilton made a sex tape. In fact, you could probably put in your favourite film star and discover that they made sex tapes. And people go, oh right, have you made a sex tape? They go, no. They go, oh, well, you haven't lived, have you? How'd you make a sex tape? And lots of famous people, I mean, Marilyn Monroe, of course, famous people, lots of huge shots, and the other one who was very, very famous for making lots of porno films, and then she became famous to start buying them up, getting rid of them as quickly as possible. She started, Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford, the famous classic line, she had to bed every single producer she worked with. And Steven Spielberg was sent round to her house when he was very young, and she opened the door in a see-through negligee, and he turned on his heels and ran like hell. I mean, Paris Hilton's film was called One Night in Paris. It's a commercially available video. I mean, it's just absolutely unbelievable. I wouldn't mind, but she's so boring. She's so dull. Have you ever seen her being interviewed? She looks like she's an airhead. Really boring. And anyway, she was awarded $400,000. She settled out of court with this, and it's still available. It's actually won awards. It's actually won awards. It runs for 62 minutes, which is 60 minutes too long, ladies and gentlemen. And so it got favourite celebrity sex tape, best-selling title of the year, best renting title of the year, best overall marketing campaign for an individual project. It's a sex tape. It's a celebrity sex scandal. Dear me. I mean, apparently it is true to say that in this day and age, most people, I hasten to add, certainly nobody I know, has actually got nude pictures of themselves on their phones. I have a picture of a friend of mine who is naked on my phone. It was sent to me by a close friend of his because he stupidly decided to have, for his birthday, an all-over tan. So they said to him, I mean, normally, they give you a little pair of face panties to wear so they can spray you. In this case, they didn't. They gave him what can only be described as a sock. And as he, for some reason, best known to himself, took all his clothes off. And somebody then snapped a picture of him, which of course he said is his worst picture ever. And I always said I would never, ever name him on the programme because it's so embarrassing for Jordan Hemingway. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry. I can't believe it. Dear me. Anyway, apparently it's done the rounds and everybody's seen it. 14 to 6.
From the BBC Travel Centre, I'm Chris Gold. Good morning. In North Watford, the 8412 St Albans Road, probably closed in both directions because of an accident between Bushymill Lane and Gavins Lane. Closed about 4 o'clock this morning between the Dome Roundabout and Watford Junction. Cambridgeshire, the A14 heading east, that's heavy because of the overnight roadworks earlier. Around junction 26 for St Ives. It's slow at the moment back towards Cambridge Road. And in Shropshire, in Bridgnorth, the A454, that's currently closed in both directions after an accident around Stratford Lane. We're moving more live travel updates at
LBC Travel.
With eBay, find the parts that fit whatever car you own.
The Jaguar XE has just redefined the sports saloon. With lightweight aluminium architecture and advanced driving dynamics, it's redefined performance. And from over 289,000 plus VAT on business contract hire, it's redefined your expectations. Didn't expect that, did you? Jaguar XE from 289,000. Redefine your expectations at your local Jaguar retailer.
Initial rental £1,737 plus VAT. 36-month Jaguar contract hire. VAT at 20%. Offer ends 31st of March. 10,000 miles per annum. Mileage and return conditions apply. Visit jaguar.co.uk for more details. My son, Aaron, was only 22 when he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He wanted to be at home, and the Marie Curie nurses helped me do that for him. They let me look after my son, but when I needed them, they would step in. It meant we could be with him and tell him every day how much we loved him. Aaron was always smiling, and he's still smiling the day he died. Marie Curie nurses worked through the night to bring light into the darkest hours. Help us care for more people. Text nurse to 70020 to donate £5. Text costs you a donation plus your standard network rate.
With my poor credit, I felt toxic.
Finance companies were asking very high interest rates.
Couldn't afford it. My only option was an out-of-warranty used car for cash. Or so I thought.
Cool, that's for sure. A week later, I had a lease for a brand new car.
All manufacturer backed and upgrade to a new one every 3 years.
I felt valued. Too good to be true. No, simply true.
Used car on a costly loan or an affordable new leased one, you know the choice. For sure. Click or call Wheels for Sure on 0800 044 5985. We can help for sure.
There's such a fuss made about celebrities these days. The ones from the soaps, from reality TV, the ones who are famous for being famous. Well, Lloyd's Bank think it's time to celebrate the right people. The plumbers, the florists, the architects, Britain's small businesses. And that's why they've designed their new business card account. It's straightforward and easy to use. It offers free electronic payments, and it comes with support from the Lloyd's Business Management team. So Britain's small businesses can keep doing what they do best.
Find out more at lloydsbank.com/businesscurrent-account. Lloyds Bank plc. Free electronic payments conditions apply.
Steve Allen on LBC. Text 84850.
Morning everybody, 10 to 6 is the time. It's Thursday, it's cold. I warn you it's cold now because if you're going down in your anorak to go and see the Royal Scotsman, I mean, to be honest with you, I am so jealous of those people who are going down to King's Cross today to see this magnificent piece of equipment steaming. I mean, I can't begin to tell you. I am beside myself with the fact that you're going to be seeing something I'm not. So I can only hope that all the news bulletins and the papers cover it. You have to see it in film, though, in Flying Scott. You've got to see it. They spent £4.5 million doing it up to actually have a seat on it. It was worth about £490. I'm very jealous. Kat says, where's Claire Balding gone all of a sudden? She was on everything, now nowhere. We want her back. Yes, I mean, I think what had happened was she'd done loads of things. She brought out her autobiography, and she'd appeared on loads of programmes. I mean, I think the only thing she hadn't appeared on was the epilogue and Songs of Praise. Nearly time. And she did lots of racing things, and she was the one who took over from John McCreary. And then she did the Claire Balding on the bicycle. She's done loads of other things, and then obviously people started saying, as they do, as I do, God, go on television again. It's like, you know, ITV, you know, they've kind of exhausted everything that Pip Schofield can actually do now. I mean, he has presented everything, barring News at 10. He's on everything. It's like, you know, Ant and Dec can become quite irritating. Luckily, they've decided to stop doing the Brit Awards, because it needs to be presented by somebody who knows about music. You know, somebody who can string two words together. That's all it's got to be. You don't want people who are light-end doing it, but it's a production that obviously got to get people watching. I mean, most people could care less. It's nice to see what people are wearing. Nice to see that Adele still kept that fuller figure she had and added to it. And then she got, you know, 4 awards, and that was quite nice. So when you see people on television, you have to realise that they are flavour of the month at that particular time. So Claire Balding has obviously taken to heart the fact that people are going, oh, Claire Balding again. Oh, God, not Claire Balding again. And so she's given it a rest for a little while. So now I think we can start bringing her back in again, which is okay. Stuart the Milk says, what do you think of Joe Wilkinson? So we have no idea who these people are. No idea. Spectre Steve says, Paul, not the best of Craig's Bond. Casino Royale being my face of his run, filled but still watchable. Joe Wilkinson is an English comedian, actor and writer. Oh, right, okay. Joe Wilkinson. He looks a little bit like Jethro. He's done 8 out of 10. Oh, he's been on as Rachel Riley's assistant. And he's also one half of the comedy duo 2 episodes of MASH, alongside Diana Morgan. He's a stand-up actor and writer. He's 40. He does black comedy. He started in 2004 at his local pub. No idea. He's done the Rob Brydon show and the right stuff and stuff. So he's done all the sort of the right things, but that's about it. I don't know. He did a tour. My mum's called Stella and my dad's called Brian, and the Joe Wilkinson Experience. The tours have received mixed reviews. Always bad, I always think, when you get mixed reviews. And he's done an advert with Sue Barker and Brian Blessed for mayonnaise, and he's voiced over stuff. He's got married. He's been very open about how his life has been boring, and states that it's been useful in giving him material for his stand-up touring comedies. He's a fan. Wait for this one. You'll be delighted to know. Of Gillingham Football Club. Well, it says it all, doesn't it, really? I'm sorry, Stuart, that's it. Gillingham Football Club. That's like being sort of a supporter of Accrington Stanley. Gets about as exciting, like two kids sitting in a tent. He says, now what are those? Who is it? Accrington Stanley. He says, Accrington Stanley? Who are they? Exactly. I do love those little northern accents on children. It's so appealing, isn't it, really? So that's it. I try hard not to call her ordeal, as that's what listening to her songs are like for me, says Kevin. You have to laugh. Seriously, where would we be without a laugh, ladies and gentlemen? Steve, Claire's jumped ship to BT Sport. She's on all the time, says JB. And somebody says it's Cockney, not Cockney. No, it's definitely Cockney. I am a Cockney. I speak Cockney because I'm, from Londinium. People just don't understand anything nowadays, do they? Where are people coming from? And another one here, Jane, who says, BBC News, I think the plan is to take a fancy job abroad like all the others do. Who? Oh, what, Claire Balding, do you think, could take a job abroad? What would they do with her abroad? You know, she's fine. If she's on BT Sport, then, you know, that's why nobody's seen her. And another one here, very quick, try and get as many in as we can just before the news. I have to share my steps with you from yesterday. I've attended a Pilates class, says Jan. She says, by the way, I was born in Hackney, so therefore I'm a true Cockney. I bet you're going to talk to me about food this morning. David says, glad you mentioned the Flying Scotsman. I'm just killing time before catching the bus to go up to Alexandra Palace to watch it and photo it going through. I'm expecting, if any of you go down there, this is your mission, should you choose to accept it. I'm expecting pictures of you standing on stations as it thunders through. I want pictures, okay? I want pictures of this thing belching out steam and smoke, okay? Do not let me down. I'll be furious if I walk in tomorrow and discover that nobody sent me pictures of the Flying Scotsman hurtling through your stations, because it will be the sight to behold. I mean, video it if necessary. Video it, and then I can watch it, and that will make my day complete. Because you don't want to upset me on a Friday, do you really? There's no point. I mean, normally, you know, we get through the week, we go, oh, it's great, it's very, you know, we're all very happy with Friday. If I don't get the pictures of the Flying Scotsman, please, I will be in a bad mood, and I don't want to be in a bad mood tomorrow. Out of hospital, says Junior, finished the chemo. One of the many side effects is insomnia. But I'm lucky because I'm in full remission, unlike Paul Daniels. Yes, cancer is arbitrary, it's a lottery. And so also to the Facebook fans on United in Biscuits, 83 members from Little Acorn. The bonus is the 4 AM spike. It keeps me laughing. That's what we like. We like the 4 AM spike. I'm very happy about the 4 AM spike. I've never had one before, so I'm more than happy to embrace it with both hands. Pictures of those people at the Brits. Some people, yeah, they've got pictures of Adele wearing different outfits, and Anton Decker, the X-rated ugly photo bomber. This is a woman wearing a mesh bodysuit, and she paraded. She arrived at the ceremony with fashion designer Pam Hogg. Not what she was there for. It's the Brit Awards, love. You're in the wrong place. You've missed British Fashion Week. Okay, that was last week, and it was somewhere else. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. It's a very sad picture. It's a picture of a spaniel. And it's going to melt your heart. We see papers and pictures that melt your heart. This is a spaniel who is resting by the side of the road, nuzzling in a carrier bag. Now, inside the carrier bag are 4 of her dead puppies. She's obviously had these puppies, and for some reason they've died. We don't know if they were killed, or we don't know anything about it. But somebody obviously put them in a fish and chip bag, and she's sort of resting on them. And it's ever so sad, because spaniels have got, if you've ever had a spaniel, they've got the saddest faces. They really have, and this is sort of a picture. So there's 4 puppies inside. This cyclist said the dog was on her own, sitting licking the contents of a fish and chip carrier bag. The bag contained 4 dead puppies. It was heartbreaking. And so what they've done now, they tried to resuscitate the puppies, which they couldn't. They don't know if they were alive when they were abandoned or if the cold killed them. They don't know how the dog came to be there. She does have a microchip, but all that has done is led them back to the original breeder. She does appear to be in good health, bless her heart. Just needs a good meal. And it's a sad picture, isn't it? Remember the one we talked about a while ago, which was the elephant? And it was the baby elephant as well, that they're trying to get out of somewhere. Then eventually got it out. And then the mother died a short while ago, and all the elephants stand around as if they're sort of doing their own private mourning, and they don't know what to do. And then gradually, one makes the decision that they have to wander off, and so off they go, leaving the elephants. Very sad. They're very bright animals. They really are, except pigeons. Pigeons aren't particularly bright at all. And so there is a picture in the papers today of a woman who is just getting on everybody's nerves because she feeds pigeons, and people who feed pigeons are a blooming nuisance. And she's been told before, stop feeding pigeons. I can't, she says, I can't. They're my friends. No, they're not. They're only your friend because you're feeding them. It's like cats. You feed them, they're your best friend. Next door starts feeding them, next door becomes their best friend. They'll go anywhere. They're not proud cats. Come on, you know it's true. You know it's true. Police finally saying sorry to the child victims as the Rotherham gang convicted at last the Asian perverts. This is Arshid Hussain, Basharat Hussain, who attacked girls, Banaras Hussain, who admitted rape, and then there were two women, one a shamed charity boss, and the other one, Shelley Davis, guilty over prostitution. These people are filth. These people are filth. The fiend slept on, as the jury said, guilty 23 times. The chief abuser, Arshid Hussain, who was left disabled when he was shot 10 years ago, following the trial from his bed at home in East Yorkshire via a video link. One of the girls abused says, my future was ruined by the arrogant paedophiles. And here they are, named and shamed. What an embarrassment to their parents. What an embarrassment to the entire community, I think. The bog-off deals we'll look at in a moment. They're immoral and they're a waste of money. Do you ever go out and you think, oh, it's buy two, get the third one free? Oh, God. Now you've got to find space for three things. Adele's big night at the Brits. Lots of heavy heads this morning going, oh, it was a great night, but we drank too much. Home sweet and sour. That's 50 Stone, Georgia, who they're moving. The council are paying to move this old baggage to within walking distance, not that she can walk, of 13 takeaways. I mean, she's just going to explode, isn't she? The lad of 16 who won a month living with a porn star in Russia. The BT, that's British Telecom, ordered to improve broadband speeds, and busted the artist who stole Nefertiti. And it was done quite cleverly. All of that revealed this morning on LBC with Steve Allen.
On FM, online, on your mobile, and on digital radio. Leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 6 o'clock, a long-awaited review's being published later into how Jimmy Savile